Hello, welcome back to Steve's Retirement Corner. Let the silly season of retirement begin. That's what I call from here now until first of the year. You get so many people who usually retire at the end of the year. You know, these last couple of months. Well, what we got? We got about 2.5 months left. We're so busy. A lot of people going to make that decision to go, and a lot of people going to make it to hang in there another year. And you know, be honest with you, daggone, you hang in another year, it might be a blessing in disguise. You don't ever know until you do it. Just like the same for retiring. You can never really be sure. You just can't. But man, I'm glad I ain't got to make that decision again. I'm glad it's over with. Man, last year I was running around like a daggone scared bunny rabbit. One day I'd be talking about how I was looking forward to it, and the next day I was worried to death over expenses or tax trap for the wife or whatever. I was up and down all year and never actually made my decision until the end of June, I guess, when I realized, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get, you know. I went about the whole year like I was going to retire, but it weren't set in stone until June. And that's when I made my decision. So I mean, a lot of up and down last year. And as I got closer to retirement, it didn't ease up any. You know, it's a hard decision for a lot of people to make. You know, it's something we've never done before. I've never done before. Quit a job without having another one to go to. Just doesn't happen. I've been laid off. But I never voluntarily quit one without having another one to go to. It's spooky. I was looking back at last year on my videos. See, it was in June. I had a video just realized I'm retiring. That's when I really finally made my mind up. Then just about 1 year ago, I did one on daydreaming for retirement. When I come up with a couple of crazy ideas to kind of help me celebrate. Didn't happen. Month of November, I talked about inflation bothering me, the widow's tax trap, and then I went to how retirement keeps looking better and better for me. I mean, I was up and down all year. You go through a lot of emotions when you retire. Hey man, everybody thinks before they retire it's gonna be easy. Man, I get the heck out of this place. You know, and I tell you what happens is if you can get fairly confident in your financials part of it, you know, it makes going not that hard at all. You know, you can never be sure. You can be 10 years in retirement and still not be sure you're going to make out. But you can be as comfortable as you can be, and I mean expenses. I mean your debt, your insurance, your taxes, anything that has to do with a dollar. If you can get as comfortable with the idea of that, and everything checks out. You know, hey man, last year I run every daggone kind of program I could get my hands on that was free on here, and they all come back reconfirming the idea I could get. You know, it's like last year I said, you know, hey man, you can stand there and tell me the daggone sky's blue, and I'm looking right at it, and I ain't gonna believe you until I actually see it or do it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but that's what I did last year. Yeah, my last video before I retired was talking about expenses. But how I was going to try to keep that down and how important it was to keep those level. I mean, it was every day, and that was right up to the last day I retired. Before I worked. And then once I retired, I kind of switched over to problems I was running into. Because my first one was understanding the fine print on your 401k and pension. Because, man, you don't know anything about that stuff until you get out there and you have to go through the process. You know, everybody you talk to is going to tell you a different thing. You know, my daggone, the contact I had over at Fidelity, he told me something different. The guy down at in their home office, he said something totally different. And the plans don't read nothing like what they say. Not the set of rules I got. I mean, it's just you don't never know until you have to go through it. I did one. When did I do that one? It was last year sometime. It was it was last day of December last year. My top 3 concerns 1 month from retiring. Getting used to this spending and decumulation. I was worried about gaining weight and worried about a relationship with the wife. None of them 3 ever come to pass. And those were my 3 biggest ones before I left. Now 1 month before I left. Like I said, if you got your finances down as best you can and you're comfortable with the going like that, it leaves room for, it makes things so much easier. It just does. It gives you a feeling of comfort. Even if things go bad, you can handle it. Because you should have a plan for all that stuff. Emergency fund. Know where you're going to pull from. Know how you're going to pull. Is it monthly, quarterly, year? A lot of that stuff's dictated by your plan, your 401 plan if you have it. If you get all that stuff down, but you still might not be comfortable with going, and that's fine. I've known people that hold off another year, and thankfully so, because maybe they come down with a medical condition or something, and they had that good insurance they had while they was working. Without it, they'd owed a lot of money out of pocket. So I go off of a feeling on a lot of stuff. If I ain't feeling it, Doc, I ain't gonna do it. I don't care how good it is for me. It's like a little while back here, a couple months, I was thinking about taking some gains off the table, because I was feeling it was the right time for it. I had just done it a couple months before that, but then I got to looking at how it threw me out of whack on my 60-40 split, and I said, nah, I'm fine the way it is. So I don't know, but it's a big decision people got to make. It's a life-changing decision. So it's important to take your time and get it right. And everybody goes through these daggone feelings. You just have to, everybody has to answer them for themselves. I don't know. But a silly season is here. And it can be a bear to go through it. It's an emotional roller coaster. It was for me. So, I don't know. Well, y'all enjoy your weekend now. You take care of yourselves, and we'll talk with y'all later.